We have just identified a grave mistake over here. First of all, this one is our H2S and this one is once again our H2S, and we have seen that all those values do have the different set of gain over here. Quite naturally, this one is our G1S, G2S, G3S, G4S, and this one is our H3S. And this one is our H2S and this one is our H2S. Now we are going to change that one as our H1S. Now this one is going to be our H1S. Now quite naturally we are going to change the gain of this block over here. Quite naturally this one is our H1S and this one is quite naturally our H1S. Okay, clearly you can do see that. Now we are going to solve this type of problems over here. Now the next step will be quite natural over here, and I'm just going to write down this portion of a block diagram over here. This one is our G1S, G4S over here, and this is going to be this block over here. Now this is our format for our considered part over here, which is G1S, G4S. And that has been present at the denominator for our ratio, and this one is our H3S over here. And quite naturally, now the next step for our considered part seems to be, as you can do see that, as you can see, both the given signal has got the value for our plus and the feedback signal is minus. And for this one also the same one, the signal has got the signal value as plus and the feedback signal has got the value as minus. Now quite naturally we can do interchange this, and we can do place this summing block over here and do place this summing block over here. That is the same one over here. Why? Because the signal has got the plus signal over here, and we have got the negative feedback signal that has been present over here. Now if you just do replace this summing point over here, ultimately the block will be look like this one. Let us just show you over here. To show that, I'm just going to erase this portion, and that is going to be our step 5 over here. Quite naturally the step 5 will be look like this one. Now for that step 5 block, I'm just going to have this portion to show you the exact block diagram for that considered part over here, which is quite naturally this one. This one is going to be our, this is our plus, this is minus, as we have shifted the summing point over here. Now this one will be shifted at the left hand side for our block down, this one will be shifted at the right hand side for our considered part over here, and ultimately the block diagram will be look like this one. Now this one is going to be our, this is our plus, this is minus, and quite naturally this one seems to be our RS, as we have shifted that one. And how do I shift that considered part over here? This is the simplest one. The feedback signal do have the same signal which is minus, and the input signal which is RS that has got the same signal of pass, same signal of plus over here, and that is both the considered summing block will be same for that both that case. That is why we can do replace or do change or interchange the position of this summing blocks over here, and ultimately the final summing block will be look like this one. Now this one is going to be the same one over here, which is quite naturally our G1S, G2S, G1S, this one is our G2S, and this one has got the feedback of our H2S. Now this is going to be our H2S, and here you can see that the feedback signal has been ended over here as we have shifted this one. Now this is our final format over here, and ultimately the same block diagram has got this one over here. Now ultimately the gain for that one as our G3s G4s divided by our 1 plus G3s G4s multiplied by our S2s, and the CS signal has got the, now this is going to be our CS, and it has got the feedback signal over here, which is our, quite naturally, this one, which is our S3s divided by our G3 S3s divided by our G1s G4s G1s G4s G1s G4s. Now it is been making an feedback signal over here. Now quite naturally you can see that this has got the same procedure over here. Now if you just do the same applied formulation for our GS divided by 1 plus of GSHs over here, and ultimately that block or that for that gain part we have got that block seems to be this one, which is our G1s G2s divided by our 1 plus G1s G2s, and quite naturally this one is our H1s that we have just interchanged over here, H1s. Okay, now for that portion we are going to name that step as our step 6. This is going to be our step 6, and quite frankly the block diagram for that portion will be look like this one. Now for this part of our considered reduction portion over here, we have got the transfer function for that particular block will be look like this one, which is G1s G2s divided by 1 plus of G1s G2s H1s over here. Now quite frankly that block is look like this one, and that was going to be our step 6 over here. Now let us just show you that block diagram over here. Ultimately we have got this is plus, this is minus, this one is our RS, and quite naturally after we have considered that formulation, the given block diagram seems to be look like this one, which is our G1s G2s divided by 1 plus of our G1s G2s H1s. This is our considered block diagram over here, and this one is going to be our considered part over here, which is our G3s G4s divided by 1 plus G3s G4s S2s over here, and this is going to be the end point for our CS over here, and this is our CS, and quite naturally the feedback point for this one is our S3s divided by our G1s G4s, and that is been ended over here. Now for that next part we can see that these two blocks are present in series over here. Quite naturally, we can do say that ultimately the overall gain for this given block diagram will be our G1s, G2s, G3s, G4s, G1s, G2s, G3s, G4s divided by our 1 plus G1s, G2s, H1s multiplied with our 1 plus G3s, G4s, H2s. Okay. Now we are once again to make these two blocks into one block over here, and for that particular gain for that block will be this one. This one is G1s, G2s, G3s, G4s divided by our 1 plus G1s, G2s, H1s, that will be multiplied with over here as 1 plus G3s, G4s, H2s. In our next part, we are just going to once again utilize the same formulation to have the last part for a block diagram over here that I am just going to do in our next part for a calculation part over here. I hope you have totally understood up to this one. If you still have any doubts, please let us know in the comment section for better understanding. Do like, do share our videos and keep following our channel. And you can do feel that no other YouTube channel would like to do these type of solutions over here, and that I am just going to give you the exact solution in a live format over here. That is the specialty for our classes. I am not only trying to clear your concepts, but I am just going to improve your confidence level back. Just to believe in yourself and do solve this type of problems over here. That is the best part for your conceptual point of view, and that is the best part for your control engineering practices over here. Stay tuned to the classes. Do follow our videos. Just wait for my next part. If you like my video, so what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more updates, and stay tuned to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.